Welcome to today's Pray podcast. During the time you're listening to this,
Reflect.
when you're listening to this podcast,
Reflect.
I will have just gotten back from,
Reflect.
okay, even further back.
Reflect.
I'm reflecting so much right now. I'm a mirror.
Reflect.
Look at me. I'm a mirror right
Reflect.
now.
Reflect.
Is there anything you want to tell the man in the mirror?
If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change.
Sort of punishment to come.
Anyways,
Yeah, that'll fucking teach you.
welcome to today's Pray podcast. What's going on this week, dog?
This week in the future, what'll happen this week in the future? Future. What is happening this week?
I don't know. What's did you have a good Halloween?
It was good enough, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think could have made your Halloween better?
No,
More candy?
No. Honestly, I don't think anything could have made it better. I think it was just good, as good as it needs to be.
The only reason I'm bringing that up is because even though it was a couple weeks ago, the next holiday coming up is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I don't really care about that stuff.
What about Thanksgiving? It's like the best meal dinner. It's like the best dinner of the year.
So when you're in, this may be like a light flex, but when you're in my family, all meals are like generally, they're all just as good as the last one. Like there's some that like you may like more because of the food it is, but like it's as good as it's going to get every time. Because my mom and my grandmother and everyone involved always make sure of that. So it's not like, oh, there's just more of it. It's not any better.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like I said in the last podcast, I think I was born to kill things. I've just been putting my killing on mute for a while, and I really just want to kill shit. Not because of killing shit. There's plenty of times where, like, let's say I go squirrel hunting. Like recently, I've killed 15 squirrels this year. You know how many I've let go and not killed just because I liked the way they looked and they were kind of like my friend?
How many?
Probably the same amount. I was like, oh, he's really close to me. But he was like kind of small, and he was just like sitting there eating an acorn. I was like, I don't want to kill him. He seems nice.
I thought squirrels didn't actually eat acorns. I thought they just got rid of the bottom part so they could wear the cap as a hat.
What are they eating then? Well, maybe they're getting it off of the top.
With their tooth, yeah.
Yeah. They only have one tooth. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. And they have worms.
They're covered in worms.
They do get this thing called warbles where you can see it on the outside of them. It's like an infected area. It's like a parasite.
It's fucking
And
gross.
after it like snows for the first time or the frost, they die, and then you don't see them on them anymore. But yeah, some of them will have them all over their bodies.
Ugh, it's disgusting, dude.
Yeah, I feel bad. But like I was saying, Thanksgiving's coming up, and my favorite Thanksgiving was just after going hunting with my dad. I just ate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's what we did for 20-some years. We did that for like 20 years, and then it got ruined because my mom said, you guys are never coming to Thanksgiving. We're having Thanksgiving at our house every year. And then everybody made me stick around for Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, the thing is, that's what you do on Thanksgiving. You hunt in the morning, come back, and you eat your dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, and then you go back out.
You can go back out, yes, but everybody tries to hold you there. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to like, oh, when are you coming back? Are you? I'm like, yeah, I'm coming back at dark. And they're like, well, what time does it get dark? I'm like, you guys can play your apples to apples game without me.
Yeah.
I don't need to be here. It's okay.
It's like, do you want meat in the freezer?
Right.
Okay, I got to go kill some things then.
Right. My mom voted me to be, if a zombie apocalypse happens, I am the one that has to go get, I'm the one that is supposed to venture out. Like everybody's, in the house and they're at their station where they kill zombies. I'm the one that's supposed to go out and get the food for us. She said that to me.
I think that's
So
great.
just know whenever it's our time to shine and you have to, I know you probably want to go to your parents' house, but it's not near as safe as my parents' house. You need to come to my parents' house with all the guns that you can possibly find.
Oh, I agree.
And come to my parents' house.
Yeah, I'll definitely be at your parents' house because it's more
you can see
abandoned up there.
Well, you can see the zombies from miles away.
Yeah.
Like
my
not
house
miles
is
away, hundreds of yards away.
There's like woods right beside my house, and also
It's like a
the
zombie
road's
wonderland.
raided. Oh, it's like that house is getting raided first because it's right off the road.
Yeah, and honestly, like, doesn't your brother works at the prison?
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting bit first.
By probably like a criminal zombie.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I have a question.
Hopefully, it's not a rape zombie. That would fucking suck.
That would suck. How come it'd be a good idea for a movie now? You know how they made that movie, the Predator movie? They made Prey, which was like the movie, the Predator alien during the Native American time.
Uh-huh.
So wouldn't it be cool if they started doing movies similar to that, but like, let's say zombie movies? Not in the Native American time because that's still like pretty close. I mean, that would be cool too. But what if like in like the 300 Spartans, Spartan time?
Mm-hmm.
What time frame is that?
300.
Yeah. The 300 era.
Mm-hmm.
What if they made like zombie apocalypse movie for that era?
Mm-hmm.
Like old timey, like
Well,
Roman fucking.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
That one guy kind of looked like a zombie with this big old hump,
Yeah.
and he betrayed him. So you know that the freaking zombies are going to betray you for sure.
Like zombies in
A zombie will
samurai
betray you.
war. Oh yeah, dude. Zombie will bite your freaking neck off.
A zombie will betray you.
But I'd say we're gonna see some movies like that are there are gonna be some shitty ones, there's gonna be some good ones. But all zombie movies have to do like in modern time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have had similar things to that, but this isn't as good because vampires are like an ancient style thing. Everyone goes like, "Oh, vampires, like they're all real old," but they did like Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Hunter, or whatever, and then they have like Van Helsing, where it's like old times where they're killing stuff.
Yeah. That's different
like,
though, because
yeah, I know. But like that's kind of like on the cusp of what you're saying is like we need zombies back then. Like what if we've already survived a zombie apocalypse but we didn't know it?
that's what I'm saying. Like, what if back during like caveman times, a couple of zombies popped up, but we just happened to kill them all accidentally?
I think that zombies caused the caveman times. I'm saying zombies caused like everybody, but except for like one mom with a baby. Or like, hopefully not just one mom with a baby. How do we breed?
A few moms and a couple.
But like,
of
if
just
that was the
random
case, we
dads.
are all freaking incest. I mean, can you imagine how beautiful the first people were? Anyways, I think they caused the like right before the Ice Age. Here's what happened. Zombies.
Jake Gordon is such a cool style.
Right.
And I'm your friend to the end.
Zombies happened, right? All the zombies. Are zombies warm? No.
cold as hell.
Zombies took over all of the earth except for like one little place. Which would have been like Noah's Ark kind of type of thing, right? But not Noah's Ark. I'm just saying that like a group of people like that. With the drastic change in the Earth's temperature due to the amount of bodies on the Earth, Ice Age, cavemen, we grew back up. That's why there's ancient civilizations that like look are in ruins and things.
Yeah, because of zombies.
Because zombies happened. And here's the other thing, like why is no one saying like, okay, I'm sure this is part of it, but like there's just a lot of people on the earth. I say that all the time. I'm kind of obsessed with like why do we have so many fucking people on the earth? And wouldn't that just raise the temperature of the earth naturally just with just with the amount of bodies on the earth.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's say we don't even breathe. Let's say we don't let out carbon dioxide and other shit like that in cars and factories and all that. We just all run kind of hot.
98 degrees.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's getting hot in this motherfucker.
You know, sometimes you say some really dumb stuff, man.
Jake Gordon is such a cool style.
But what you said is pretty clever. What if with all these extra bodies, these extra billion bodies, that's what's raising the temperature of the earth?
Yeah.
Everybody farting and coming and shitting. Speaking of that,
Especially shitting.
let's put the rap right here. You guys are gonna like this one. Anyways, we're back. We're done talking about farting and shitting. We're back to zombies.
Yeah. So I think that could have happened where zombies, like, there was a zombie apocalypse because of the drastic drop in temperature from bodies, temperature losing their temperature, that ice age, or just something happened at the same time, right? And then a group of people came back, and that's what actually started the beginning of the Earth, or at least after the ice age.
It's good. I like the theory. I love the theory, actually.
It's brand new in my brain.
Yeah.
I just thought of it.
And you
Like,
know how,
in real time. You guys heard it in real time.
we always say that there's no original thoughts. That might be an original thought. I doubt that there's a YouTube thread about it.
I might be able to get some views on it.
Dude, views on the podcast.
Maybe that's like why we're obsessed with that. Is because it's like built into our DNA, where we think about like we might be a little part zombie or something. Like the survivor was bitten, kind of like how we always do. Like there's a person that can get bit but doesn't die.
Yeah.
Maybe that actually happened, kind of thing.
There's something about a zombie that's so icky. It makes it a scary thing. And I don't even think it's the part that it's coming back to life.
No,
I think the scariest
I
part
would
of
love a lot of people to come back to life. That'd be
The
so
s-
sick.
the scariest part of a zombie is its fingernails and its teeth. Because the fingernails can claw you and just scratch you, and its teeth are biting you.
I don't like their cloudy eyes.
Well, that's not scary though. That can't harm you.
No, I think it's scary.
You just think it's you. Well, it's not scary.
Looks to kill.
It can't harm you.
Looks that kill.
What?
Looks that kill.
They're just cloudy eyes. Technically blind.
Technically blind, or are they blind?
I can't confirm.
I wasn't alive
But-
during the Ice Age.
But if like all zombies just like didn't have mouths, then they wouldn't be scary anymore. They'd just be like,
Oh yeah.
if they didn't have fingertips or mouths, they would just be like rubbing on you like a cat, like purring and just like wanting your attention.
It's crazy how all of zombies' mandibles like are so loose. When they're zombies, they're just like.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, that's kind of gross though. I'm thinking of like times where I've seen people that like were close to death, where their mouths are like so wide open. They're way more wide open than mine could be, and I'm like, why did their mandible just like? Why did they turn into a snake mouth?
They relax like that.
Yeah, why does it do that? So dude. Honestly, that's probably why they make the zombies like that, because it's kind of looks like a person who dies.
Ugh.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Oh, sorry to put that image in your mind,
Yeah,
everybody.
I didn't mean to.
I should actually force you as some sort of
It's just kind
punishment
of
to
fresh in
come.
my head.
Yeah.
Wait, what the?
Yeah. Death.
I'm gonna force you punishment to come. And I said head afterwards.
Yeah, it's okay. What's something you're looking forward to coming up? And you can't say hunting again because you've talked about hunting 2 times today and also in the last podcast. Next thing you're looking forward to.
So I've been trying to figure out like how to have more fun in the winter, because it always just seems like we try to go to brunch sometimes, and then like that's about it, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, not saying that time together sucks. It's just like we don't really do shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like come up with events to do.
We haven't. I don't even like care about going to brunch anymore because the last few times I've been to brunch, it's just like, okay, we show up, we drink some mimosas, and have a subpar meal and then what? Nothing.
Right.
That's it. We're just halfway, not even fully buzzed. We're just a little bit buzzed in the morning, and then it's just enough to be annoying for the rest of the day.
I think that we're now of the age we have passed brunch being the main course. I think brunch needs to be, we get up, we go to brunch, we don't get all crazy. We just have a nice meal and then do something fun. That's the fun part, is like brunch is like you do it because your plan is right after that you're doing an event. Like going kayaking or going to a Penguins hockey game or
going to a fucking,
playing flag football.
I love that. Playing a pickup game of soccer with people who don't play soccer.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Or
Shooting some hoops.
playing or planning a party with a theme.
Or, reading a book together. Popcorn style.
I
Why don't you come down here so I can suck your cock, pretty boy?
think I would rather not
Okay? Hey,
read. But
all
that's
the ideas
because I will get embarrassed.
I'm spitballing. I'm spitballing ideas,
Right, yeah. I mean, when you're shooting out ideas like a shotgun, some of the pellets are going to miss.
Yeah. Facts, man.
Fuck yeah.
No cap. No cap over there.
But yeah, I think we've just graduated from brunch being the main thing. It's not the main thing anymore.
Yeah.
Now we have to go, okay, well, we'll go to brunch when we go and travel to this place that we all want to see.
We're so used to brunch that it's not the event anymore, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, we show up to brunch, we're like, okay, let's do brunch like we've done 100 times. And then it's just boring. We need to... You're saying that we need to expand the horizon of Sunday? Fun day?
Yeah, I think so.
I have an idea. Go to Sunday brunch. Go to a Penguins hockey game.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the Canadian guy rip the stick and the puck down the freaking court. Watch him get in a fight and smash somebody against the glass.
Hell yeah.
After that, we go home.
I think that would be reasonable.
Sounds
It's
like
a good
fun-
first step at least.
Sounds like a fucking awesome weekend.
I think it's a great first step.
Yeah, I'm ready to be home right now, dude. I love going home after like a crazy event like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to like go out and do more crazy shit. I want to like go home and sit on my couch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to see. That's the other thing too. Is like everybody's scared that the party's gonna stop. Let the party stop. You know what I mean?
Okay for the party to stop.
Because
if the party's going on,
if most of your life is a party, are you gonna do anything? Like, what else are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna do anything else that's like important?
Here's the thing: when you're partying right, the party stops frequently. You just do it every single day.
You know,
And that's not involving alcohol. I'm just saying, you're just living your life, having a great time, man.
You know who never partied? Martin Luther King.
Yeah, he partied every single day, dude. Not in the alcohol sense, but I'm saying in the life sense. He had a dream.
Right. I guess that was a bad point.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, Riff Raff doesn't party.
I used to get in.
That's how he's famous.
I wouldn't say that I got in trouble, but
Michelle Obama doesn't party.
when I was younger,
How do you think she got that book?
she never partied.
Right. Sorry.
When I
Go
was
ahead.
younger in high school, before I actually like drank and stuff, I would say, people would be like, "What are you doing, Jake?" And I'll be like, "Oh, just partying." But it would just be like a fun thing. I would just be like me at home sitting on my laptop, my
Right.
mom's laptop, watching George Lopez, just partying. And it was always
I used to say similar things. Yeah.
but it wasn't like I was like sitting there drinking.
Right.
I was just partying. Like, it was sarcastic, maybe.
Yeah.
It was just a silly thing I'd say. And I remember like saying that to people. They'd be like, "Oh, I don't think that you're partying the way you think you're saying." I don't know. They'd like call me out like, "No, I party. I drink." I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just watching George Lopez.
Yeah. Poor guy doesn't even look like his own wax figurine anymore.
I know it's sad. He's old. But no, I think
fucked.
I think the brunch thing is correct, man. I think we need to plan events after brunch.
I just think it's I'm slowly graduating from a lot of things lately.
Me too.
Another thing that I'm graduating from is, and I have been graduated from, like, when you're talking with your buds about the parties that you've gone to and the things you've done together. That's fun because you're talking about past times that you've done stuff. But I don't care to talk about, like, anymore. I don't care to talk about the past brunches. I think it's pretty boring. Because I've had so many brunches that ended the same way, and just because one person's brunch ended shitty, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I hate talking about past brunches. I hate talking about people's high experiences with mushrooms, and I hate talking about just when people I got fucked up and I fuck really good.
Well,
Yeah. You don't want to hear people brag about their fucking.
Oh, but I did the other day.
Who'd you hear bragging about their fucking?
I never told you this.
I don't think so.
Really?
No.
So,
is it something
okay.
to,
So there were the other day. This is a true story about a guy telling a story about his fucking.
how good he was?
Yes. So a guy came in,
ready to
and
hear
the
it.
day before, Randy told me, he said, these two guys are coming in back to back, and you are going to have a freaking field day with them. And I was like, who is it? And he told me their names, and it's two guys that I always mess with because they talk about how many girls they get and how much they're always banging chicks. And it's like, it's funny to say, like, oh yeah, I bang chicks, because you're making fun of the people that say that. But these are the people we make fun of. Like 100%, like they'll say like, oh man, I don't like fat girls. I'm like, well, it's probably because you're scared of fat girls.
Yeah.
Is that were you scared of fat girls?
Yeah.
Like, why are they so scary to you?
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't care about, I'm not scared of fat girls. I just don't want to fuck them. Shit, they literally say stuff like that. And so this guy's, they're both, and he said they're back to back. You're going to see them back to back. They're going to see each other. I was like, all right. Well, I walk in and they're both in here. And the one guy is talking about, oh yeah, I went out last night and this girl was like making out with me and at Joe Mama's and she was like grabbing on my crotch and it was like so awesome. And then the other guy's kind of feeding into him. He's like, yeah, man, I was working at the Mexican restaurant and this girl was like coming in and she was like yelling for me and I like was hiding from her because I didn't want to like, I'd already banged her a couple. I'm actually speaking in more PG-13 than what they were.
Already fucked her fucking guts out, man.
I mean, I already fucked her to fucking death. I mean, what else should she want? I only got so much dick for her. Like, that's like kind of stuff that they would say, okay? So I got that out of the way. Now I can talk like us. And so they're just bragging about the experience they have and the drinking they do and just like, and they're just having a big dicking contest, just like, oh,
a big old dicking contest.
yeah. And the one guy starts telling this story about how this girl saw him for 15 minutes out on High Street and says, hey, are we going to your place or what? And he's like, okay. And he was like, yeah, I took her home and like I was having sex with her for like, this is like I said, PG-13 version. And I said, he's like, yeah, I was having sex with her for like an hour and 30 minutes. And, I was giving it all my all. And she kept telling me to do more and do this and do that. And she was a freak, dude. Oh my gosh. And then I like had to straighten out my leg because I had a cramp in my thigh. And so I was doing a doggy style and all this stuff. And he keeps going. He's full detail. Everything he could possibly say.
Does he not know to eat a banana before you start having sex so you don't get cramped up? Like, every fucking real guy who has sex like crazy knows to eat a banana.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Anyway, sorry.
Eat a nana before you give a nana.
Come
you know
on,
what I
man.
mean?
Like, that's what every guy knows.
Every guy knows that, except for the
Anyways.
douchebags. And then he's saying like, oh yeah, to straighten out my leg, and then they're like, dude, I like freaking got off.
He came. He told you about his coming.
And when he said that, the other guy goes, oh, that's so awesome. And me and my coworkers fucking lost it. And they think we're laughing about the story the guy's telling, right? They think we're laughing at that. But we're laughing at him going,
You and Randy are both laughing.
and we're going, he's like, oh yeah, I fucking nutted, and she was like, oh, I want to do it more. And he's like, yeah, you're not getting any rest. And he goes, that's so awesome. Just like that too, like just like that.
Like, oh, dude, you came. So
No, he didn't even say that. He just goes, oh, he did it a couple times where he's like, that's so cool.
Oh, you came?
And
It's so fucking good. Hey?
Yeah, that's so cool. He's sitting right here looking.
Dude,
he's like,
that's hilarious.
and the guy's like, yeah, man. And then I was like, yeah, everybody wants to hear about your sexual encounters and how long it takes you to do all this stuff for women. Like how long it takes you to please a woman.
Yeah.
They love that,
Yeah.
you know? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm a sick fuck. Is what he's like saying shit like that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I'm a dog.
No, he literally goes, yeah, dude, I used to be fat, and now I'm a sick fuck. And I'll fuck anything. I was
Jesus
like,
Christ.
I was like, yeah, except for fat girls, huh? He's like, yeah, I don't fuck with fat. I was like, dude. And then I look over at my other coworker. He goes, doesn't he have like a mother or a sister or something?
I think it's hilarious that you and Randy are like, sorry, each other.
Dude,
We're just cracking up.
Now every time somebody says anything that's not cool at all, or just anything, we'll just go, that's so awesome. But they have no idea that it's mimicking a guy hearing an intense, basically a graphic, not like a sexual graphic novel, not graphic novel, a smut.
Yeah.
Like
smut talk.
the guy's just reading his own smut to him, and he's like, that's so awesome. Dude, that should not happen.
It's like an erotic tale versus like
I didn't know there was unwritten rules of how to react to sex stories.
Yeah.
That's the unwritten rule. You
So
don't go,
awesome.
you know what you say? You go, oh, okay, that's cool.
You know what I say when people start talking
No,
about
this is
that
exactly what you say. You don't even say that. You go, nice.
That's
it.
I say, Jesus Christ. That's a good one
Yeah.
because it's like keeps you neutral. It makes them they confirm their own ego that they're crazy.
Yeah.
And it confirms that they're way crazier than you.
Yeah.
But also you don't have to give them any praise.
Right.
You're just like, Jesus
I
Christ.
do the nice, dude, like that, because then you can't tell if I'm joking. They kind of get what they want, but everyone else realizes your tone.
There's a third option to reacting to sex stories that I haven't tried, but I think it's a good one. Whenever they tell you something crazy like that, you pull like $1 or $5 out of your wallet and you give it to them. And you're just like, dude, you earned this one.
Yeah. Like you tip them.
And yeah, and like they're
Like a
like
stripper?
and they're like, whoa, no, I don't. And you're like be very adamant that you're trying to give them money for their sex
Yeah.
story, and they keep trying to say no, like they're not going to take your money, but you're just like keep trying to give them the dollar or the $5 bill.
I just thought of another version.
Okay, the fourth option. What's the fourth option?
You know how you're like, oh, hey, can I give you this dollar bill? Like, come on, man. Like, that was a great story. Can I give it to you? Anytime someone goes into great detail about how awesome they are at sex and stuff, I'm going to go, oh man, should I give you this boner or should I keep it? Yo, man. Yo. Do you want this, or should I keep it for myself?
You're seriously arousing me right now.
I'll keep it, man. I'm fine with it.
The next time I'm in here, if I'm in here during business hours and you're cutting somebody who's telling us a sex story, it's about to get real uncomfortable in here because I'm literally going to try to give them my boner.
Come on, man.
Just kidding. I am going to actually try to give them money. And they're going to be like, what is this for? I'm like, I want more details. Just like,
Yeah. Dude, what I always do, and it doesn't work with these guys, is like for us, if we were going too far, I would say something like, yeah, man, one time I like had sex for 10 minutes. It was so sick. Or like, I wish I could have sex with a girl, but I'm scared of them.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That doesn't work with them. Cause like you say like, oh, what are you scared of fat girls? They go, no, I just think they're fucking ugly. And I'm like,
they become mean.
yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, what? And they don't understand anything at all.
Yeah.
And the only people that I know of that talk like that in great detail, and they're compensating for something. Like, we don't know what it is. It could literally be anything, but they are compensating.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, we know what's going on here, buddy.
I know. I wish everybody just got our sense of humor.
Yeah.
And that's just a wish I have. T on a Trump. T on a Trump. T on a Trump. T on a Trump. T T T T T T T T. She's a porn star and she works hard with a sports car.
With a sports car.
Porn star that she works hard with a sports car.
Cause she works hard.
She got a sports car because she works hard as her day job as a porn star. She works real hard to earn a sports car. Yeah, cause she makes money as a porn star.
Porn star. Sports car. Works hard. Tiana Trump. Tiana Trump likes to hump at her porn appointment. Porn star drives there in her sports car cause she works hard. 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 Cause she's Tiana Trump.
She drives a sports car.
What?
She drives a sports car because she works hard
Yeah.
as a porn star.
Yeah.
Last time I saw her with her sports car, she was a little bit large for her point appointment. After the point appointment, she went to the restaurant. It was 4 stars. She pulled up to the 4-star restaurant in a sports car. After she got banged being a porn star. Yeah, she works hard. She works hard.
As a porn star, she fucked at the porn star appointment.
She fucked at the porn star appointment.
Yeah.
Me being Wayne from Wayne's World,
Yeah.
and people would come up to me and quote Wayne's World at me, and me going, "It's a nice," like Borat. Nobody got the joke. Like, it was like something quotable enough that they are like, "Oh, I must be missing that from Wayne's World." But I think I know that's not Wayne's World, but nobody would call me out on it.
Yeah.
The only people who thought it was funny, there's 2 people. Can you guess who they were?
Brandon.
Okay.
That's it.
And you.
Oh, yeah. I guess I thought it was funny.
You and Brandon were the only person who got the joke. I did it a bunch, and I think Matt Stewart might have got it a little bit too.
Yeah, a little bit, I'm sure.
But he's so good at being funny, I guess.
running with you.
Yeah. So he's better at it than I am, to where I don't know if his laugh and he knew it was a joke, or he just like was running with me,
Yeah.
and then he left me off.
Hey, sometimes I run with you.
Yeah.
You know?
I love running with my friends. That's one thing.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes You throw on your Nike Blazers.
You
And you
run.
run with your friends.
4 miles.
Yep. And sometimes even if you don't understand the joke necessarily, that's the other thing. I don't understand why people. You don't have to say, "Oh, I get it," or "Oh, I don't get it." Sometimes when a guy says a joke, you just laugh to keep the fun going. What is up with people going, "What? What?"
Hey, why are you stopping the momentum in its
Yeah.
tracks?
Yeah, why are you making us explain
Even
the
if
joke?
even if you don't think the first one's funny, if the momentum keeps going, you'll find it funny eventually.
Yeah, like if you just keep going, you'll find one of the things that's funny. But people get hung up on like what makes sense. It doesn't have to make sense all the time. You can just say shit. Like I know for a fact that the Matt you're talking about, I know for a fact that he just says random shit in random orders to see if you'll laugh at it. He's saying it as if you're supposed to know the joke. Like you're like he's saying it as if you're supposed to know this is a part of a movie or whatever, and then he looks at you. It's not. He's just saying words in a weird order and expects you to. He's tricking you to laugh, and that's what makes him laugh is because he's fucking with you.
It's smart.
Yeah.
It's just an inflection they say in their voice. Inflection.
Oh yeah,
You know?
right.
And dude,
Never heard that word.
It fucking works.
But like,
Hey,
I've never
hey,
heard
hey,
what
hey.
you just said.
It works.
Yeah,
And that's what they do, and it fucking works.
It's a nice.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a nice right behind me, isn't it?
See, but like, people will be like, that never heard you say that. If they just want to keep the mojo going, if they've never heard you say that there's a Borat behind me, isn't there? If they've never heard you say that thing, good people will run with it. Other people will be like, what?
Sucky people.
Yeah, and that kills everything. It
Yeah.
kills everything. It's
Everything
just supposed to be fun.
kills everything I ever worked hard for.
These are the things that kill what I work hard for.
Yeah.
People that don't understand my jokes and then ask me to describe them, those people kill me.
Yeah. Don't make me describe my jokes. Random thoughts in my head.
Yeah, sometimes you're laughing for a different reason than I'm laughing. Right? Mm-hmm. I came up with a joke for me, and you came up with a joke. You thought it was funny for a totally different reason.
We're both having a great time.
Yeah.
Why squash that?
I know a guy that partied with an Asian person that didn't speak English. One spoke nothing but English. The other one spoke nothing but Korean. And they had a cookout together. And the English person said, I don't understand Korean. So I couldn't get his side of the story, unfortunately. But they said that they had a cookout and were talking to each other the whole time. They didn't understand a word each other were saying the whole time, and they laughed and drank, and it was the funnest time they ever had. That's one side of the story, though.
Yeah.
The other guy could have been like, this guy's a fucking idiot, get me out of here.
Right.
He's probably saying, please take me home. But he's like, whoa.
There's some Chinese tattooers I want to work with. I don't know if they speak English because everything on their profile is in Chinese.
Yeah.
But I feel like I could work with them and learn from them without even knowing a lick of Chinese.
I'd be afraid to go to China, to be honest.
Why?
I don't want to get into why I'm scared to go to China.
Do you think it's because China only has 5 letters in it and the United States of America has way more letters?
I think they're jealous of our letters. They just, I mean, I know that technically their lines that go together are letters.
Right.
I don't get it. You know what I mean?
I thought you were meaning the numeral amount of letters, like describing their country.
That too, though.
Okay.
But like also like,
They're jealous of the English language.
I think they're jealous of how organized our letters are.
26
compared to theirs.
motherfucking letters, bitch.
Yeah, and they'll like, their letters are like very odd. You have to be very precise with them too. You have to be intelligent just to be able to write their language.
There's
I
a
think.
billion of them.
No wonder Chinese people are like generally smarter
Yeah, there's so many symbols.
because the way they have to actually do them, they're very precise.
Yeah. Before we get into all that, do you have any announcements for the podcast?
Before we go any further, you want to end it? Hey, before we talk about anything of value, you want to end the podcast?
No, do you have any announcements?
No one has any announcements.
You never have any announcements. I always ask you every week you need to start preparing an announcement, dude.
I don't have anything going on.
You have this barbershop.
That is on a revolving door of people walking in and out. This is how, okay, you want to know how a barbershop works? I know you may not understand this.
Explain it to me.
We don't have to pretend we have all the answers.
I show up. I stand behind that chair on the mat. Okay? And a guy walks in, sits down. I cut his hair how he says, and then he pays me and walks out. And that happens 16 times a day, over and over and over and over for the rest of my life. There's nothing else that happens. There's no announcements. There's no things to do. It's just that's how easy it is. I know there's entrepreneurs out there who are like, no, there's more than that. There literally isn't.
I'm just saying, if I was you, I would have announced that my dog took an 8-inch long turd. You know, that's an announcement.
It did
if
do
I
that.
was you, I would have announced that I went to a Halloween party with my friends and I heard somebody talking about prison rape. You know, these are announcements.
I didn't hear that.
Can you guess who talked about it?
Oh, yeah, they did talk about prison rape.
Yeah. See, like those are announcements you could have said. But
Well,
I'm not
that
gonna,
could be
I'm not
your
gonna-
announcement.
I'm not going to. No, I ask you. I mean,
What
I'm
is
not-
your announcement?
Here's my announcement. Today I did a really, really silly tattoo.
You didn't like it?
Oh, I mean, it was so silly because the idea was
How
silly.
silly was it?
Yeah, it was the silliest thing you could ever see. It's one of those days where it's like you have a client and you really like them and you just tattooed them for so long and they want you to tattoo a silly idea. So you have to draw their silly idea as cool as you can make it. But no matter how cool you draw the silly idea, it's still going to be silly.
Yeah.
And even when you present it to them, you present it to them and your coolest interpretation of their silly idea. You show them that cool idea, and they make you change it to make it silly.
Yep.
So it's just like a double whammy of silly.
Yeah.
So that was the announcement I have today. Let's go ahead and log off. And we'll see everybody next week on the podcast, and we out.